He said, before I get the statement from you, let me call your mother, because I'm a juvenile. So he called my mother. My mother say, tell him you don't want to talk, you want a lawyer. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I don't want to talk about a lawyer. All right, you be in trouble, first degree murder.
Prison Stories 101. We got them right back in the building.
Say, hold on.
Please, go ahead.
I thought you probably had a thing where it be sharper than the shank.
No, I don't have that. I don't have the saxophones.
Man, with the saxophone, we don't have no music.
As the saxophones get louder. As the saxophones get louder. We got him back in the building, man. Gangsta Williams by the man.
Back, baby.
First and foremost, how's your day going? How's
lovely. Outstanding. I just did a cooking show with Shay. That was right here in your studio. So so far so good, man. My day going good, man.
I was in Walmart the other day, and I said the next episode I'm gonna do with you is probably gonna be Prison Stories in Walmart, doing a walkthrough. Not this neighborhood Walmart, but the big one, because when you first got out, you had a love for Walmart.
I still do.
Still do. That I just want to kind of understand, like, to be incarcerated for as long as you were. What is about Walmart that you were just so enamored by? Like, I just don't mind being in there. So you don't got to talk about it now, or you can speak on it, but the next episode I want to do in Walmart.
Okay. So when I left the street, they didn't have self-checkout. And I don't remember Walmart having all into one, clothes, food, like all these pots, everything you need, everything is in Walmart, even women. So that stuff blew me, man. I was like, man. And then where I was living at, this broad, she was a nut. So I just had to get away from her. So I would go to Walmart and that's where I found peace at.
So you would sometimes go to Walmart and not even shop, just be there.
I get on that little buggy and just ride around.
Ride around, man.
Yeah, just ride around, bro.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, with that being said, one thing that we haven't done on Prison Stories as far as with you is normally whenever we have these prison stories, we always talk about the who, what, when, where, and why that led someone up to prison. You spoke on this on other platforms, but we haven't actually went through the details here. So what I'd like to do today, Terrence, if you don't mind taking us through there, I want you to walk us through the actual day.
Take you through there.
If not the week, if not the month, you got arrested. If you don't mind, please take us through actually like what took place, what happened, and how'd you know it was coming down on you?
Them lights right there remind me. So we was dealing, I got one of my co-defendants named Bryce. He had met these Latinos from New York, and he had some heroin they had dropped on him. And my project was jumping for the heroin. So he gave it to me. I got off it and it was good. So I was like, man, you got some more? He said, no. I said, where the people in New York? I said, man, look, I'm about to go out there, call them, tell them people I'm on my way. Usually when you got people who to connect, you got to be invited. But I was just young, arrogant, and cocky. I was like, man, tell them people I'm on my way out there. And me and my co-defendant Blabber, we caught a flight out there, went to the John F. Kennedy. And when they had a Howard Johnson hotel across from there, we went there, then we caught a cab and to Brooklyn. And we went to this restaurant, and it was three of them. It was two light-skinned one and one dark-skinned. The dark-skinned one was the head. So, and I remember this man, he had two fine Latino, light-skinned, curly hair. One was petite with a nice butt, and one was like thick with a nice butt. So I was like, hey, Migo, I'm like, I'm out of town, man. Y'all need to be showing me some love, some New York love, man. So.
Where were you at in New York? Do you know?
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, okay.
Oh, we at this restaurant. So we got ready to negotiate the business, we went to the back in the kitchen. So it's them and me and my co-defendant. So they bought us some heroin that was powder form. We used to like the hard, rocked up, the hard.
And real quick, if you don't mind me interrupting, is this your first? Okay, I'm sorry, but I apologize.
Okay.
Is this your first time in New York?
No.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Blue. Well, my brother Blue. It was Blue, my homegirl Paula, Skiboo mother, she's deceased now, and this female named Renetta, and myself, we went to New York. Because I just get on the Greyhound bus and I just get a pillow, a blanket, and my headphones and just to travel.
By yourself?
Sometimes, or I go out get somebody at the project. Like I had got Paul at the project, she went with me to New York, but and I went and got some hair on that time. But I used to just up and just go to People's City.
As far as normally how you do a connect when you're dealing with a drug deal, what were your normal rules that you normally did as far as a drug deal? Like,
well, first when you're dealing with a real connect, they gonna know where you live at, pictures of your family. Yeah. They want to know where you lay your head at, where your mother at, where your children at. So you play game with that money, off with the people's head. But I remember Connect came in there, know you. Killer Stone had him back there, man. Let me tell you what ticked me off about that. I had gave him one of my freaks. Man, I ain't see that lady since 97. Right? I finally saw her at the Mardi Gras, bro. Finally saw her at the Mardi Gras, man.
Just recently?
Yeah. I saw her in 97. I used to have her with me. Went to the feds, and that was my first time seeing the dude. She had started messing with a female. So now this guy, man, what's up, gang? We talk. He said, man, you see such what I said? He said, yeah, I got her now. Yeah, and I made her take that and hurt your name because every female I was getting, some of my females got Gangsta with the hot pepper on their left side of their thigh. So he said that I look back, I'm like, man, she's still looking good, but, he claiming it as his woman now. I'm out at the parade, I'm a surveyor, I'm just chilling.
You didn't recognize her, but your partner told you, I got her. Well, actually, not your partner, but just, oh boy.
Right, well, actually, I was sitting, I'm sitting, the parade coming this way, and they got the neutral ground, so I'm sitting here, in the chair, my people out there, he got that wagon out there, they got like 400 rounds out there. But the crazy part about it, he didn't need that because they had real FBI, real ATF, like real law enforcement was out there, because there's so much stuff be happening. So as I'm sitting here, the float's coming right this way, I'm sitting here, she was over this way to the back, so I would have to turn around and look. And I didn't want to keep turning around and look because I didn't want to think like, man, you trying to watch my girl, you know what I'm saying? And then in my mind, I'm like, I had her back in the day. So the only thing that separated us was the feds. So now I'm back, now I might want to stake my claim. But I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. We don't know what, I ain't got time for all that playing. And then I got a woman right now, But ain't no wrong with looking. I'm trying to see, because she had a big butt back there.
Double back.
Yeah, let me see. But I ain't want her to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to get whiplash.
Right.
So, back to the New York. So we in this restaurant. 5 of us back there in the back. So they and then he trying to tax me on the drug, because when you go back then, an ounce of heroin back in New York was $2,500. He trying to charge $4,500 per ounce. I'm like, come on, man, you don't go like that. So he trying to put the tax down. I said, but this stuff, potty is good. So we let my co-defendant test it. So the 4 of us, over here, my co-defendant over there, by the deep fry.
How did he test it? He's
snorted. Yeah, he snorted. And he went down, he ducked. So me and the man told me, he said, see, tell you it's good. My co-defendant come up out that duck. He said, oh, it's all right, it ain't all that. I said, yeah, he hating on them people, it's good. Cause my code ain't never gave nobody a prop. If it ain't from a win, if it ain't ours, he'll never get nobody a prop, but he gonna throw up off it or he gonna, but I know when it's good, right? I'm watching him. So we finally, talking. So the females coming back there, seeing that we want something, need something, they coming back and forth. I'm like, man, but me and the people we was fussing a little bit, but I had to calm down because I'm like, man, you wait out here, you in the back of nowhere, you ain't got a stick pin on you.
And what age are you at this time, if you don't mind? About?
22.
And these men about how old, if you were to guess?
Well, I know one of them was older than me. One of them had to be about maybe anywhere from 18 to 20. Okay. Now the other one, he might have was about 25, 27. Because one of them was old, maybe 2 of them was older than me. And I know one, because I used to have when I had all my paperwork, I used to have all their date of birth, all that other stuff, right? So we having a little debate. And we get the raising, you know, them Latinos, they get the raising their voice too. I'm raising my man. But I just say, hold on, man. You know, you in them people territory, you know? So we want to work it out. So we go up front. When we go back up front, he separated me and my codeine. So, yeah, man, you want something to drink? I said, no, I don't drink. Now, mind you, I refuse the heroin because I don't get high either. I'm good. So he tested. So he peeping me out. And it's every connect or anybody who fronts you is their dream to deal with somebody who don't get high. Because in their mind, it's like, if this person don't drink, this person don't get high, I don't gotta worry about him running off with my package. He gonna have that money on time, he gonna hustle, he gonna grind. And he saw that in me. I ain't got no vices. You know, well, I had vices to women, you know, but anyway. So as we up front, I'm like, man, what's up with the girl? He's like, don't worry, let's work deal out, don't worry. Man, you keep telling me, don't worry, we done work deal out. So he did this what made me turn on him. When he said, you, me like you. He said, you, me like you. He said, him, no like, no trust. And when he said that, I felt some type of way because in my mind, I'm like, that's my brother. At the end of the day, I know he gonna rock out with me, you know what I'm saying, if it go down. So I was like, man, I'm gonna rob him. When he did that, say that about my people, I was like, oh, I remember my mind, I'm gonna rob him. So I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna jack them, right? So we worked out the deal and I wound up owing them $1,000 short. And they gave us the drugs. We got on the Greyhound bus, went back to New Orleans, and they told me this guy out the MILF, get with him to pay the thou wow. Like, all right. So I hit Bryce, told me to do Byron. So when I went around Bryce's neighborhood on Saratoga and Thalia, and I was like, so who you is? He said, I'm Byron. So who I supposed to give you? He told me the money. I said, all right. So I said, Bryce, man, what it is? Because I'd never seen him before. And he was one of them old cool, square type looking guys. I said, man, they be sitting that dope down to him? He said, yeah. I said, I'm gonna rob him too. He out the mail too, so. Shout out to the Gotti boy. Shout out to my boy Big Head D. Shout out to my boy D out the mail. So anyway, so we do the transaction. Now mind you, I had left that man, I wouldn't much think about that man no more. He called
How much time has passed?
About a month. Okay. He called my phone. Hey, you don't mess with me? You don't mess with me no more? I said, it ain't that, man. You know, we out here grinding. We got stuff going on. Like, we at war. So we worked out a deal for 6 ounces of heroin for $22,000. Back then, the heroin was jumping then, Joker. But he wanted us to wire 11,000. Then we was gonna give him I'm like, no, because I don't know if I want to trust you now. Then I don't know how to do all that white stuff, all that stuff anyway. So we talking. So what he do is, he the one missed the sale. So he mailed a key of heroin in the mail to the guy in the MILF. They drove down. Now, I don't know this at first. So when I get word that they in New Orleans, I tell my co-defendant, Bryce, bro, this is how I would charge solicited to commit murder, because I posed a question to him. Had he accept and say, okay, yeah, we're gonna do him, then I would have got conspiracy to commit murder, but I got solicited because I asked him and he refused it. But I said, man, listen, when they come down, they down here, man, we gonna get them by your house, get the dope, man, we gonna kill them over there. He said, nah, man, we ain't killing nobody in my house. I said, bro, or we gonna tie them up and do them later. Bryce said, nah, we ain't doing that. So my phone at the time, I don't know this. So Bryce said, bring about Kimmy out. I ain't bring about that girl. That girl got chewed. Man, you ain't bring him over here. So they went to Winn-Dixie across the street from the Magnolia. And I saw a bunch of lights. Police lights. But I ain't thinking that's them that they didn't grab. Because the feds got a thing, whereas if they got somebody to investigate, they listening. If you start talking about deleting someone, they got to terminate the investigation, because they're going to be held accountable for that body, because you hear this person talking about going, crushes people. At one time, they used to let you just do all you're gonna do to make it stick more. But now, when you go to time out there, all right, I gotta step in. So that's why they grabbed him. I don't know this. So the next day, I go around there, man, what's going on? What are people at? What's going on? Wow. And they said, man, they locked him up. Locked him up? What happened? What they did? Mind you, I don't know, it's my phone tab. I don't know what's going on. I'm mad. I say, look, where that dope at? They say, it's coming in the mail. Oh, they didn't get it yet? Well, listen, man, we're gonna ride the mailman. When the mailman pull up in that mail, we're gonna ride him. So all this on the Fed listen to my phone conversation. I don't know all this, right? And we leave. Bro, I had look, one of my calls. I think it was was it my Z28? I think it was my Z28. So I had my brother Chris say, man, I said, like these cinema rolls, but you gotta go downtown on Broad and Esplanade at this Tasty's donut place to get them. So my brother went and got them for me, bro. I'll never forget this, bro. I was in my mother's room because I was undecided where I wanted to go that night. Like, my baby mother had a house in Heidelberg. We used to call it the baby mansion. I used to love to sit in her living room and when you look up, she had a glass up there like by the ceiling, or you look out and see the sky. Man, it was so cool. I used to be sitting there like, man, I'm living, right? Then I had my other girl, she lived around in BG neighborhood on Soniac. So the Fed sent like 75 people there, 75 over to her house, and then by my mother's house. They sent a lot of law enforcement to these different, because they know where I'm gonna be at. They thought, well, you know, he'd be here. Because the man said listen to the phone all the time. So, was it 25 apiece? I don't remember. But I know it was a lot of them came. So that night, I sat on my mother's bed. My brother went to get the donuts. And I just, like, you know, you sit down, you just lay back. And I dozed off. My brother came, bro, and I woke up. Never forget that. I woke up around 5 something in the morning, something like that. Went in the bag, I bit off the cinnamon roll, put it back in the bag, and just laid back. And my mother was in the bed too, and I just laid back on her bed. Man, like 6 something that morning, 6, 7 that morning, I just heard boom, 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 boom. So I jumped up and I looked out the blinds and I see them running around the building with shields, machine guns, shields, and helmets. And
how many people? How many law enforcement you see?
It was over 20, 25 of them. It was over there. That's why I'm saying it was a lot of them, bro. But they running around, right? And they got the police out there. See, a lot of people don't notice this. The feds don't be having jurisdiction, so they'll go to the state and get a warrant. But whenever the Fed come kicking your door or come to you, they're gonna always have a local police or a sheriff with them.
Yeah, it's the local police there plus the feds.
Right, because that's the
overseeing the operation.
Right. So, man, I get up and I peep out the blind. And the people running around. In my mind, I'm like, man, what my brother done did? I'm thinking my brother Chris. I'm like, man, what the boy done did? Because I only go to jail for murders. I only had one attempt. I had a gun back in 92 and I broke out of juvenile jail. Then I had a attempt murder in 92, and the rest all murders. So there's people here, there's a lot of people here. My brother still drug. I'm thinking they here for my brother, right? Man, the people bang on that door. I never forget that. And I sat in a chair in my mother's room. And my mother got up, with FBI. I said, boy, that boy, FBI for that boy. They say, is Gangsta here? I said, oh, they want me. My mama say, I be messing with my mama to this day.
They knew you about Gangsta?
Yes.
Okay.
My phone was tapped. So they hearing all the cussing, all the nicknames, anything. Bro, matter of fact, I'm gonna dig up my phone tap, paperwork, and I'm gonna let you see them one day, bro. Me and babies to be on there, all kind of, man, listen. I would tell you this. This is another, I believe there's a God, because in December, bro, we was on that phone talking about so many murders. Like loosely, yeah, you gonna kill him, yeah, so kill, yeah, I'm gonna do this, like really talking about homicides. They finally got my phone tapped and they started investigating me in October 97. They finally got my phone tapped February or 98, and I went to the Fed in March. Like, they must have a long...
If they would have had December's
Man, I've been had a
conversations.
death penalty, bro.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I could have told out of that one, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Again, question: were y'all talking about this stuff? Was it in braggadocious? Was it
all that.
Was it
We
like
on the phone.
were y'all talking about what needs to happen or what had happened and
all that, everything.
really just
Everything, man. Just like, because I always thought, because they had this rumor, the feds can't tap a prime code phone.
that was a rumor. That was
Bull. That was bull.
Yeah.
So, it's a Gangsta here. I'm not. They said Terrence Williams. He said Terrence Williams. My mama said, yeah, he in the room. I said, oh, mom, you ratted on me. So look, I come out and I throw my hands up, right? They said, get on your knee. I get down. They said, put your hand behind your head. Now walk back. So I had to crawl, walk back to him on my knees, like with my hands backwards, right? Soon as I get back, soon as I make it to the door, the living room door, they grabbed me. They said, we got gang. I still don't know this about these people from New York in my phone. I don't know about this, right? But pause. Go back a few. It's this guy. It's either or, right? One of them was wired. So I'm gonna try to find that paperwork for you too. So he only wanted like a gram or two. Back then, a gram of heroin, 1.0 was $200. Half a gram, 0.5 was sell for $100, right? So I think he only wanted no more than 4 grams, so up in there. So I was in Houston. He called me. I said, bro, call me back at 3. Call me back at 3. I said, call me back at 5. He called back at 5. I said, look. I said, blah about that. Nah, man, I want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with nobody else. I said, man, come on my house. And then I said, bro, every time I tell you to call or come, you do. I said, well, yeah, like you work with the people, bro. And he was, bro. He was wired.
You knew that he was just a regular custo though.
Yeah, just somebody just in the project come score a drug for me and start doing controlled buy on me.
How long were you serving them from what you remember?
From October. It started in October 07. And after that, they got the wiretap in February, but that's what I had a little short investigation. It was, because this what happened. Like, when I pull a paper, you're gonna be able to read where the FBI would say, bro, let me tell y'all this here. And I see why they make that rule. They say ignorance is no excuse of the law, right? Because had I known, once you get to the Fed, you start reading and studying, like, man, I could beat the people because they don't have no videotape. Like, they would pull up in my project, we're down like a block from my project on Washington and Willow, and they would try to like investigate us, but we would come out, like my mother's apartment sat in the back, so we'll walk up to up front where the cars come at. They get the courtyard, and our apartment set to the back. You had to walk up and you look down the block, police is down there on the corner, tenant windows, and we like, look undercover. So they would pull off. They never had a chance to come in the project and set up and take pictures and do that because we always was on point looking out. All this in my paperwork. They said we could never, because watch out and look out. And like every day I would change cars. I didn't change cars because of the Feds or I thought the people was on. I changed cars because I didn't want the boys at the Calio to know what I was riding in. So I would always change car with people. Like if I got say I'm in a Lexus and you might got a Camry or something, or you got a Honda, a car. I know you're gonna want to drive the Lex. So like, Joe, let's trade. All right, here. I got your car now. I might trade with different people. I'm just trading with different people, different cars. So they can, I always thought that to keep my enemies off me. But all the while, the police, he would trade. All this in my FBI report. So, man, bro, them people grabbed me. They said, we got Gangsta. They were so excited. They bring me out. I never forget this. Bring me on the porch. And the man said, you got any guns in there? I said, man, you got to do your job. Now, mind you, I got, you know how well, I don't know, but my mother, in her closet, she had them little church dresses, them old church dresses. So I had like an ounce of heroin hid in her dress. One of her dresses, I had forgot about. I had it in the closet. So they go in there, shake that everything. They ain't even find it. Bro, I remember I had a Caprice, a police car with the light on it, the back door, because I had bought it off back there in the 17, what the little call out. Matter of fact, that call out gone now to the day. But anyway, so the man wanted $3,000 for this car, right? So it was a used car, so I gave him $1,500. Took the car. I had this man around second that needed to drill. He took some kind of drill saw and cut out a hole, 2 holes in the back. Put my 6x9s back there. I had one bought back in the day, they had just like this little radio with the little TV on the end of it. Where you plug it in the ashtray, you got a little TV.
So you had the TV in the
I had that little, right. Then I bought some tinted window for one of them AutoZone or somewhere, and he put the tents on my car for me. Man, it was a real police car.
Police car, yeah.
They had to take the police stuff off there. So I remember I got the Cali in that car too. Blew my cover too, bro. So anyway, I didn't pay the man. So I brought it to Speedy Oil Change. They had it up on the thing. When I went there, like, bro, under the bottom where the muffler and all that old long pipe, all that stuff, was cherry red. I say, man, so I had to pay $1,000 to get the car fixed. So I tell the people, I say, hey, man, I had to pay $1,000 to get the thing fixed, man. I ain't about to get y'all no thou out, you know, but man, soon as them fig, I don't know how they knew, but they came and snatched my car, they repossessed my car. I said, what it called? So they took that and on my way to the...
Hold on, question. What was, and again, this might be speeding up, but what were they there to get you on? Was it everything leading up to any murders, anything, or was it strictly that deal in New York?
That deal, that New York deal.
Okay, all right, go
The
ahead.
drugs, and so let's say they commit murder.
Yeah.
So on my way to the car, my homegirls were standing out on the sidewalk, right? Oh, they got the land. That was the exact word. I never forget this. And my exact words to them were, man, don't worry, I'm gonna be home in a minute. Cause I'm thinking like state, I'm gonna get me a bond, I'm back. Bro, it was like 6, 7 in the morning. My homegirl was right there by the police car, right on the sidewalk. And they would tell me, oh, they got the landlord. I was like, don't worry, I'll be back. That was March 6, 1998. Bro, I ain't see them girl till 2022.
They were standing there watching you.
Bro,
you're in the know. You're in the know. You're coming out the know at the
on Willow Street.
Yeah, right. You right there.
In the Magnolia, like
you right there.
My mom, we lived 2807 Willow, apartment A, I think, apartment A.
So yeah, you right there in front of everybody.
Yeah, I'm in the know. You where Soda Slim all them rap about, and know how you doing. And you know, right there, man. So, like I said, I didn't think that it was real serious, or I'm thinking, but man, them federales hide you, boy. And the crazy part about it, right? So when they arrested me, as we driving, we on LaSalle, and we passing Thalia. To the right is where Bryce, him and his brother had a body Infiniti shot with the fixed car. Actually, they fixed my Infiniti truck when it got shot up around the Calio. So, and then to the left is the Mel. So as we passing that, the feds say, oh, don't worry, we got him too, we got Bryce too. I said, I got Bryce too. Oh, what the time I got Bryce? Then he say, oh, and we got Blabber too. I said, Blabber. And I'm still not thinking that my phone is tapped, that the feds was on to me. I'm just thinking like, man, what's going on, you know? So they brought her to the building. That when that police, he said, bro, he said, I've been working on this force for over 17 years. He said, you the first person who phoned that we had tapped that every day you talk to a different female, you didn't care what you said. Every day you were trying to do something illegal, where you were trying to rob somebody, set up drugs here. Every day you did something illegal. Then they had this old man, he said, man, it's like you were shut down at a certain time in like 3, 4 in the morning, because they had shifts they would do. Like, yeah, I learned it's like, that's why they had that, when they had that joint task force, when you got FBI, DEA, ATF, all them working together, they all take shifts listening to your phone. So when your phone ring, they own it. They got to make sure to record it. He's be like, man, 3, 4 in the morning, your phone ring. I'd be like, answer the phone. He said, you in there? Man, I got to sleep sometime, man. You know? It was like, man, because like one time I met this little dude from my little brother. He wanted to buy some rims, right? So I was like, if he got a truck, he want to buy some rims. He a little drug dealer. So what you got? I said, we started talking about drugs. And this was so sweet. He had a female was about to meet me at the gas station to get some crack from her. Maybe like a half a key, somewhere in there. But so I contact my homeboy Greedy Man. He deceased now. I said, you want that? He's like, nah. He said soft or hard? I said, hard. He said, nah, I like to do my own thing. So, because I didn't like drugs. cocaine and all that, right? I didn't like cocaine. Let me say that.
What drugs? Yeah, what drugs?
Yeah, I didn't like cocaine. Cocaine, I felt like if somebody back then, you key anywhere from 17 to 21. So if a man front me a kilo for 21 thou wow, I got to sell basically rocks to see some money. Because if you sell quarters, you ain't getting, you might have about a good 5,000, if that. Y'all correct me, because I wasn't really, I know you don't have a big, what you call that, profit.
Yeah, you don't get a profit. Oh, so you don't like the drug because of the profit margin.
Right, because if you front me a key joke and you tell my baby 21 bag, and if I make 26, 27, if I sell quarters. But if I break it down and sell crack, then I'm gonna see some money. But I don't got time for that.
Yeah, there's a time frame to do it. It's like
right, and so now I'm gonna want to jack you because I'm looking at it, I got 21 here and I got this little here. Man, I ain't getting you nothing now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't like coke. So what I would do when I hit for coke, I would hurry up and sell it, get off it quick. Or I would have to do this. Say if me and you about to do a deal, if I'm about to rob you, I gotta call this chair right here. If this chair say, yeah, I want him to jack you, bring it straight to the chair. I don't want to ride for drugs and just sit on. That was never my thing. So when Greedy didn't want it, I was like, man, I don't got nobody else. So I just left that alone. The Fed was like, they were listening in. They was gonna get me for a gun. Because if I would have traveled, they would have got me for robbing a girl with a gun, but I didn't do it. So I had another, she home now too, she was in college. I thought it was a setup. So one day she called me, Rob Hall, chilling. She said, you could talk? I said, yeah, what's up? My homegirl want to talk to you. So she get on the phone. She said, yo, I need you to come down here to Tennessee and rob these old PANs. I was like, man, no country. So I text, I'm lying, I didn't hear no text. I called, I talked to the girl, then when I called my homegirl, I said, hey, what's up with her? Because in my mind, I'm thinking Master P trying to set me up, trying to get me out of town. So I said, well, hold on. You got to do, she said, yeah, I did it before. I got a 5.0. You hit for a key, cocaine. And I'm like, yeah. She said, yeah, I got this other dope boy. I said, would you mess with him? She said, yeah. I said, well, he must have played you. Now you got somebody else. Yeah, I want y'all to get him. I said, look, lead it. She wanted us to follow him home. I said, listen, why do that when you be by his house sometime? Leave the back door. We're going to come in there and get him. So I messed up and I told her we were going to kill him in the house, right? She said, so I tell you what, we're going to come in there. We're going to take him out. We're going to kidnap him, put him in the trunk and go do him. So she was like, all right, cool. So she might have thought she was dealing with some wimps or some play stuff, right? So both of the girls drove down from Tennessee. They came in the project. So we got the gun. So I said, look, tell y'all what. And the Fed listening now. So I said, tell y'all what. Y'all take the guns back to Tennessee with y'all. So that way when we on the highway, three of us on the highway, it won't look bad. Or so if they pull us over, we ain't got nothing on us. The gun's already here, Tennessee. Man, when we started getting the gun, that girl got scared. Oh, wait. Let me put it together, let me think. But good thing that girl got scared because when my homegirl got on the highway to go back to Tennessee, state troopers pulled her over. Ooh. They shook her car down, right? Somebody just posted the other day with some Reeboks that had just came out. It was the Reeboks, the Soldier Reebok. They had like the blue sole, the red sole, the different little colors, right? Yeah. And she was on her way back. So she stopped for me. Told me, I said, look, go give me 3 pair, blah, blah, blah. And she came back, brought the shoe back to me. So when they got ready to push back out, they thought they were gonna catch her with them guns. But so happened her friend got scared. So she kept pushing the issue. Got a lawyer there. Why y'all put me over there? Harassment. She got a lawyer there. Man, people arrest her, but for conspiracy to armed robbery and something else, she went to trial and got found guilty.
She technically was guilty.
Yeah, but she thought, she didn't know my phone was tapped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You messing up for everybody.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And her friend testified against her. So
yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah, man. And the crazy part about I was in the one hold to take. Her friend was the other. She was like, I said, what's up, you? I said, yeah. She said, I want to come over by you. I said, man, they ain't gonna let you come by men over here, the women over there. You can't come over here. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder how that girl doing too. I know one of them, the one who went to trial, she's doing very, very well. She got children and everything. But the other one, I don't know what she's doing. But so they had a little caught, they got caught up. And let me tell you what's crazy. In their trial, you had females testifying saying, I was a hitman for cash money and one girl paid me to take a hit to get rid of her boyfriend and I kept the money.
Oh, wow.
All this in the paper. I got all that stuff there.
Yeah, they put you up there.
Y'all like, why is my name in their trial? I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I kind of did, but I didn't because they ain't charged me with them. They charged me with my own conspiracy. So, yeah, man, when they locked us, when they got all of us, bro, they locked us up. So they locked them girls up.
Hold on. So you were riding to the station. They said we got the car dot man, we got blabber. In your mentality, you still don't know what they got you for. You're just like, whatever. How much are you talking? Like, are they asking you questions? What are you saying? Are you asking what's going on? Are you like, what's going on?
No, because I was like,
they got to tell you what.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on. Then when they said they got Blabber and Bryce, so they brought us to I don't know if it's still there now, but they had an FBI place, Patrick, right next door for where the Macy building used to be at. It's this building, and in the back, that's why it had an FBI place. Man, they had a lady with some dread, looked kind of like Whoopi Goldberg a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you would have tricked me. Like, but them FBI's be, when they say undercover, bro, they be looking
fully
like,
undercover.
Yeah, man.
Regular.
And I saw a few of them, right? And when they brought the cameras out, because they had us on the news, right? So they brought the cameras out. Some of them undercover FBI started hiding their face because they didn't want people
Who do
to
you
see
think
them.
do a better job of looking undercover, the FBI agents or the Walmart security?
Well, the thing about it, I ain't never seen Walmart security.
Right, so they must be they
gotta be doing a very good job.
They must do the best job.
But I seen like regular Walmart security with the uniform on.
I'm talking about the ones that catch you, the ones that shop and catch you.
Yeah, see, I ain't never seen. That's crazy you say that, bro. Because some of them be having their blue on, but I ain't never seen no other color. But then,
So, did you know that there was an FBI building in New Orleans? Did you know?
No, man, no, none of that stuff. You gotta keep in mind, I was a guy that was going to the Paris jail for murders.
Yeah.
I never, was into that kind of stuff. So I never knew about that. So when they arrested me, I was like, oh man, I didn't know this was right here. Then I was like, when I'm looking at the undercover, I was like, man, so they really got people that be undercover, going in hoods, buying drugs, looking just like regular junkies and stuff. And I'm like, but they really FBI? I was like, man, this stuff crazy. So I got a chance to see that. But unfortunately, I was going to the feds, so going and getting locked up. So anybody could get word, boy, y'all better be careful, y'all better watch out. You know what I'm saying? But man, when people locked us up, we only was charged with conspiracy of 6 ounces of heroin.
Yeah.
In March. April or May, they came back and did a superseded indictment and charged me with 6 ounces of heroin, 6 ounces of heroin, continuing criminal enterprise at 848. And so let's take the commit murder. Yeah, bro.
So once they read you those, they told you knew that day one while you was in there. They told you this is what we got you for.
Well,
or after like 24 hours, 48 hours.
No, I ain't gonna say it then. We went to court and they started telling, but I still ain't understand none of that stuff.
Okay.
I remember this dude named Charles Boutin. He from New Orleans. He came up to my co-defendant. Me and Bryce standing next to each other watching TV. And that boy say, well, I go to pen, we could tell on a friend. And I looked at him like, man, what are you trying to get, snitch on me? But that was just a little thing, because he was telling on this cop, and he was all on the news. He was upset when they put him on the news. But then they separated me and my co-defendant. They separated, put me on one dorm, Bryce another dorm, Blab another dorm. And I couldn't stand this jail because every 2 hours we had to lock down, like the bottom rack come out, they lock down for 2 hours, then they come out, we lock down. That stuff was just so irritating. Then I got moved to St. Bernard jail. That was back then. That was a good jail.
That was a good jail.
Yeah, because they used to do it. That's what I realized, boy, when you go to jail, it's over with. They used to put the toothbrush in the door, because we had bars, right? And they let the air out, and they hot wired the phone.
Oh.
So what they would do is like, anywhere from 12 to 3, 4 in the morning, they would sneak out their cell and slide on the floor and go get on the phone. So my other co-defendant, he was in the other dorm. Man, it's like about 3, 4 in the morning, right? So this little boy, he snuck out his cell and he went to the window. And my co-defendant was like, tell Gangsta, I just talked to his baby mama, she just went out. Now I'm hot because I ain't let her go out when I was on the street. Now you going out with the world? So, boy, listen, I could wait. I was scared to come out because I was new in that jail. So I was scared to come out the cell and all that. I waited till they popped the door for it to come out in that morning. Got on that phone, what did? And then she cussed. I said, when I was home, you ain't cuss. She said, I know. When she said that, I knew it was over with. Okay. Then I got that letter, that R. Kelly, when the woman's fed up. I said, oh, it's over with, bro.
When a woman's fed up,
say, bro, so when y'all be out here treating the women bad, boy, they wait till y'all get locked up, it's over
that's
with.
the worst time.
Yeah, bro.
Did you ask for an attorney up front? Did you have an attorney up front?
Baby and them had got me an attorney.
All right, so did you, interrogation room?
I'm gonna say this, I can't say this enough. Back in our time, we didn't play interrogation room.
Yeah, so like
they knew not to bring her to the interrogation.
So I'm about to say, did you even walk in?
They knew not to even try me where I gotta go.
Yeah, right.
But let me tell you something. When I was a juvenile, they came and got me. We were just about to break out of juvenile jail. That's another long story, but the cut short, they brought me to juvenile bureau. They brought me on the third floor. They had the most wanted up there. I never had meatball pitch up there. All adults. They said, you about to make that board. Whatever. So my mother was acting a little strange a month before. So when they got me from juvenile jail for the murder and stuff, when I had broke out, I had a murder, attempt murder, on route, all that. So the man, my mother had the detective under the impression I was going to cooperate or give him a statement. So he sat down, he was at that old typewriter. He said, before I get the statement from you, let me call your mother, because I'm a juvenile. So he called my mom, my mother said, tell him you don't want to talk, you want a lawyer. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I don't want to talk about a lawyer. All right, you've been in trouble, first degree murder.
So you learned it then?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about a lawyer.
So they brought me straight to the parish jail, put me in a cell by myself. And then the man come in, and I'm gonna get you for that attempt murder for such around that club. I said, how you know about that? So I wound up beating the murder, attempt murder, and they dropped the attempt murder down to aggravated battery, and I pled guilty and got probation.
So during this last one, they knew not to bring you to the room, but at what point did you know your phone was wiretapped? Was that at trial, at discovery? At what point did you know the wiretap was?
So it's this dude, he had the night one named Ronnie. And he had told me, say, man, you know you could tell him some murders, you could tell him some stuff, brother, to get your time cut. So I'm like, yeah. So I don't know about all this old 5K1 stuff. And the dude schooling me in the thing. So I was like, oh, all right. So I told my attorney, I said, hey, man, I want to go to the round table. They got what you call up north, they call it profit hearing. Down south, we call it debriefing. So I went over there. They asked me, how did I meet the people from New York? I lied. I said, I met them on my own. Now, mind you, I don't know that my phone was tapped. So I'm telling them all this stuff, lying. So when I go back to the jail, they say, okay, look, we're going to set it for another time. So Byron next door to me, he banged on the door. He said, hey, man, my lawyer just brought my discovery pad, all my paperwork. He said, all this stuff really for you. Yeah. So he slides it under the door. And I start reading the stuff, man. And right there, I asked Bryce, how you know the people? Where you met the people? Tell the people I'm on my way. So I'm like, man, these people know I was in there lying to them. So I said, man, I done went there looking stupid. But they was patient with me, though. So if you go on patient, you will see where I gave them dead murder from the beginning. But the problem was, the reason why I never got credit for it is because I didn't, how I say this, the dude wore white on my co-defendant in jail. My co-defendant was bragging about other murders that I never brought up. And they felt like, okay, well, you knew about these murders too. Why you didn't tell about this? Because it had something to do with my co-defendant. I'm like, I don't know about that. So they enhanced me and gave me life.
Right. So the ones you gave up
that was people that was already dead.
Oh, yeah. Man,
in the beginning,
yeah, you should try to hurry and get about this situation.
So what happened was, this was slowed it up. It was a detective that detected the deal. He had called me over, so we talked. He giving me immunities for these murders. So you got to tell him what happened. You write down the paperwork. He signed off on it. And give me immunity for these bodies. So when he started asking me about my co-defendants and stuff they did, I got uncomfortable with it. Nah, man, I don't want to talk about that. So we shut it down. Came back the next day. And then when the dude would have recorded on my co-defendant was bragging about murders that I didn't discuss with them. So they felt like, okay, you trying to protect them. I'm like, man, I don't know about that. So I never was indicted for these murders. There was a charge for these murders, right? So they just gave me enhancement, gave me life for 2 murders I was never indicted or charged for.
Let me ask you, Terrence, were you prepared mentally to spend your life in jail? Like normally when you do these crimes, you got to be mentally ready to do the time is what they say in the streets. You got to be ready to do the crime, do the time. Were you ready to do the time that you was for the work you was putting in? Yes, I was, but I always thought I would go to Angola in the state. I never thought I would go to the feds. So
in my mind, I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. Because mind you, at first I was looking at 20 years.
Yeah.
The CCE was 20 to life, and I was like, okay, we ain't got no murder, we ain't got no violence within the CCE. We only got 6 ounces of heroin, and me talking about deleting the connect. That carried 10 years. So when they enhanced me for 2 murders I was never died in charge for, I ain't had nothing to do with it. They say because we feel like you the boss, you should, man, I don't know nothing about that. So they gave me life for the murders, for the CCE, because they carried the life, and they gave me 20 years for the solicited to commit murder. They enhanced me.
Oh, man. Okay, for those who may not know that story as far as what took you, got you locked up, y'all hear it now. I mean, y'all have heard it probably other places, but y'all hear it on Prison Stories 101. When you play it all back, what do you wish you would have done different within that month? Would you wish you never went to New York, never went to your mama's house to go to sleep that day? If you could change something like, I wish I didn't do that, what would you have changed?
Joker, let me tell you this, like I've been telling people since I've been home.
Right.
I don't regret nothing I've done in life, because what I have done in life has helped me become the man I am today.
True.
I've never raped a woman.
Very true.
I've never took children's lives. Everybody whose life I took was in the streets with me. So, was it right? No. But I was the judge at the time. On the street, that's what it was. So only thing I would take back is hide my money, them $375,000 I had in that safe. That's it.
Yeah,
Other than that, man, I had a beautiful life.
Where else would you have put that money?
I wanted to break, because my grandfather had a house downtown. My mother just won that house too over a few weeks ago. So I wanted to dig a hole in his backyard and drop the safe in there.
The house, you would have got out 24 years later, it would still been there?
Yeah, because like I just told you, I was paying taxes on the house from prison, right?
Oh, okay.
So my grandfather died at 102. He was 102 years old. And my mother had the house. But the house was in my grandfather's wife, first husband name. Yeah, this stuff was crazy, right? So all these years, the man, he's deceased. My grandfather paid the house all, but back in the day, them old women were smart. That lady, they never put my grandfather's name on it because she knew my grandfather had a daughter. 2 daughters, actually. So my mother was going to have the house, so she said in her will, he could live here till he died, right? So we had to go through all that stuff, and they got a law with, if you have a house over 30 years, I forgot what the word is called in Louisiana, but we'd been having it for over 30 years. So the judge granted it, so it's in my mother's name now. But
even if the house was sold, you would have went back to dig that money up regardless.
Yeah, because ain't nobody knew that.
You would have been in somebody else's yard.
Yeah, I'd have been up in there. Look with the little Draco, y'all hold it down.
Wait, they might just let you go back there and dig. He said, I'm going to have to get Draco anyway.
Y'all hold it down and somebody come out here. Yeah, I got to get this money, man.
Do you feel you would have, and again, I know you don't regret anything that you did, but not knowing the phone was tapped, do you feel you would have been as loose-lipped with the conversations that you were having if you knew they could tap Primeco phones?
Of course not, but let me say this. And I can't thank God enough. And that's why I tell people I believe in God. Because we were talking about murders. We were like loosely, man, yeah, hit him, stood over him. Yeah, oh yeah, he got a hit on him. Okay, like we was like wilding. And when them feds finally got my phone tapped, we was just like on a chill, and the murder's going on right now.
They caught you on the downtime. They caught you on the off season.
Yeah, bro, and I thank God for that, because I would have had a death penalty. I don't think I could have told out of that one, Joker. Death penalty?
Yeah, no.
Man,
but I also understand what you're saying, like wiretapping in today's age, like you just have a voice. That you can't even say that's me. That could be someone that sound like me. Man. They need to get the visual. Y'all need to get videotape on,
Let me tell you something. The people they're going to get what they call a voice analyst.
Oh.
And they come and testify, yeah, this is his voice because we got this one. They play all kind of crack. Listen,
yeah.
If you say this here, if you call me, like, we could be really talking about pecan candy, plowing candy, right? Joker, I need about 2-3 plowing candy. They're going to say, okay, he talking about 2-3 ounces of cocaine or crack. They got stuff where they decode stuff and come and break stuff down. That's what they do in the feds, bro. So you be on a prime example. It's a dude who was signed to Juvenile, UTP Skip, who did that song with Wacko. Y'all hear that? Know Your Clap?
Yeah.
He just got arrested just for going on we gonna do this and that. I don't want to repeat it, boy. They locked him up.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, so it's like certain things you can't even say online no more. Them people come and see about you.
All right, gangster. Well, you know how we do it. We normally tell these stories, again, not to glorify. You know, we don't want to condone that people go out there and,
Man, y'all go to jail, man. It's good for y'all.
I'm about to say, what words of advice do you have for the young gangster that's out there trying to make a play, go out to New York, do a little deal, maybe have his phone tapped? What words of advice can you give the young dude out there? Not to commit crimes, but of course to stay out of prison.
Man, I got a few, man. I don't know where to start with these little youngsters, but I would say this. What's in the dark gonna come to the light just because you think you hustling and you getting away with it now? All right, now you better stop now. A lot of times, bro, when I was incarcerated, I witnessed guys take $25 and budget at $25 a month spending, right? And I'm like, man, but I realized when I come home that you got a light bill, Wi-Fi, but you got all kind of bills, so you got a little more. But I watch how these dudes budget at. I watch people who were broke, who didn't have money, right? I watched kingpins, dudes who was getting money on the street, selling blocks. You went from kingpin to safety pin. They broke now, bro. Can't go to commissary, none of that, bro. Shout out to Birdman and Slim, bro. Cash Money took care of me my whole bid. I didn't know how it felt to do bad. Okay. While I was on the like when I got locked up in the hole on investigation for drugs 6 months, they cut me off. Well, baby cut me off. But and man, and I'm gonna get to my point. So you see them stores that be in the neighborhood that we be throwing around, busting the glass, or we'll see a store bolted up. We're like, man, we ain't got time for that. Or the houses that's abandoned. And in our mind, like, I don't want to invest in this because that's slow money. But when you get to the Fed, it'd be for sure money because now $180 will bring you a long way in the Feds. And a lot of us get that money, we just want to put it up, man. Invest in these houses.
Yeah.
Invest in these houses, bro. I got two. I got a house in New Orleans and I got land.
If you could have invested into some real estate early on and got out, you could have got out the game. Man, just if only you
got out the game, because you know a lot of us, like I was married, like I said in my thing, baby, just be like, come on, go on. So I said, tour, bro, I'm married to the project, I'm married to the hood.
Yeah, he did try to get you out.
I keep my hair on, that was a rich man high back then.
Yeah.
You could sell a bag of heroin for $25. Like, man.
How many bags a day you would sell?
Well, I had no tolerance for that, so my co-defendant, I'm gonna say this. When I got up in the morning, made it to the project 8 in the morning, he had $10,000, $15,000 just for selling hand-to-hand bags. And he'd be like, I'm about to go eat breakfast. You gotta go eat breakfast. He's doing this every morning, because you gotta keep in mind, when somebody on heroin, 5, 6 in the morning, they gotta get that sickness off them. So that's that rush hour. So he's breaking down, and I'm like, man, I just had patience for that. I would rather rob you or kidnap you or take a hit and give me the big money. But I had to hook up with him because, see, most of the big dope boys who had the weight, they were kind of, a little scared of me. So when they seen I had money coming to spend with them, they gonna give me deals. So I tell my co-defendant, look, let's put our money together. I'm gonna get the little discount, and my job is to get the connect. We buy the dope, I cut it, break it down, bag it up, you sell it.
That's a good system.
Yeah, man, because that boy was a hustle. Yeah,
that's a good system.
I already sell grams or half a gram.
He said 10,000 just to go to breakfast is
that boy can make 10 to 15 every morning.
10 to 15 every morning.
Faithfully. He had an F-150, he had a silver Q45, he had this old school car, 65 or 64 something. That thing to make a lot of noise.
And again, this is the early 90s, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
That boy was eating. See, my homegirl, she said she was ready to do an interview too. The one who house we used to keep our dope by.
Oh, tell her come through. Yeah.
She got into a fight with this other girl next door to my house. She said, y'all come get them drugs and guns out of my house. I was like, man, it's Tadford there. I ain't going. So Blab and my other little homeboy got in the car. I said, bro, you in a silver Q45 in the project with an AK-47 on the backseat. I ain't going. So him and the homie went to go get that stuff out of her house to bring it to another house in the project. Police got behind him, put the lights on, and my homeboy tried to run. He jumped out, he ran, he beat the police, but he threw the gun and got what the police said. That was Gangsta. We know that was Gangsta. We got to put a warrant for his arrest. So my co-defendant Blabber called me from the jail. He said, man, better be careful, boy. They about to put a warrant for you. They think that was you that ran and threw the gun. The feds got my phone tapped. The feds contacted the New Orleans Police Department and said, hey, don't arrest him. We hear him on the phone fussing about that. No, that wasn't him. Yeah, man.
Let him go. Let him go.
But think about this. Had they arrested me for that gun, I would have got arrested for the other stuff.
If they would have got you, they would have had you. God.
Yeah, bro.
With that being said, I got to say, man, again, thank you for going back through the memory lane. Again, I know it's not the memory you want to remember, but it's your life story. It's your life story. It made you the man you are today.
I'd rather tell a story from here behind the fence.
I'm telling you.
Behind that wall. Listen to me. In the penitentiary, like you really got the walls up, right? They got the tile in the middle, but all you see is birds flying by. You don't see nothing but you go and just look up in the sky. But when you get to the medium, now you see the parking lot, you see cars, you see trees and grass.
Come on.
So it's a difference, man. Like you really being behind a wall, like a building, and they got the fence. And then when it's raining or snow or something, it depends on where you at, they got the corridor where you go from your unit, go through a door, and you walk through the hallway to get to the chapel, get to the school, get to the commissary, get to the child hall, get to the medical, everything indoor.
That's when you see rain. Like, wow, look at that rain.
Man, bro.
Look at that snow.
Yeah, I already tell my story from here.
Yeah.
Bro, my first time, we was in Pine Knot, Kentucky, in USP McQuarrie. It was me, Jerry. It was 3 to 5 of us. We was the only ones playing out in the snow.
They didn't try to play in the snow?
Yeah, because they're called rec. So if you want to go out there, you go. If you don't, but we from New Orleans, so we had never seen that much snow.
Oh, wow.
So for us to see all this kind of snow, man, we was making snowballs, taking pictures, throwing them. And
you make some snow angels?
No, I didn't make the aim, but we try to make
you make some snow devils, I'm assuming.
No, man. So I'm just
messing with you.
Taking pictures with it, but it was fun just to be out there.
That's crazy. That much snow.
Yeah.
Down south.
It was my first time seeing that kind of snow.
Man, well, with that being said,
hold up before we go, man. I gotta shout out my boy that sent me this here.
Yeah, shout out that out because
exclusive money.
It say XM? Oh, exclusive money.
This is clothing line, right? And then now on the back of my shirt, he got something so nice, right? But shout out to him because he's supposed to come to Dallas and we're gonna do some content, but exclusive money.
Tell him pull up here. Tell him pull up.
Yeah,
tell him pull up on us.
Let me refresh your memory. I came on Real Life Street Star with the khaki. With the red chucks. He had designed that outfit for me.
Okay. So you've been dealing with him since then.
And then he did the other one with all the paint and different little. Yeah,
he was exclusive money back then too.
Yeah, same person.
Exclusive money. What's his? Man. Do you know his Instagram by chance?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on. I might get you a few outfits. Chill out.
All right, definitely. Shout out exclusive money. Y'all find him where he is, man. That's a dope little fit.
Exclusive money. Yeah.
As far as your podcast, how can the people follow you as you tell these stories on your platform as well as you getting some very dope interviews on your platform.
You know what? I really don't. I don't want to be bothered with the people.
Oh.
So I ain't. Nah, I'm just playing. Gangsta, the original High Boy YouTube. I only have one Instagram. It's a crazy story behind that, and the reason why I tell people all the time one Instagram because people got fake pages. So my Instagram is Terrence Gangsta William home. I'm thinking about I got to try to change that because I know that name was long. When I come home, nobody was helping me. I had to do it all on my own. So the reason why I said I only have one Instagram channel because it was this guy. He had a fake channel, and he was trolling this female. This female have a brother. So the brother come in my DM. Now, mind you, this one page trolling her, talking about what he gonna get some girl to beat her up and do all this stuff. But he come in my DM on my page talking about, man, I got people out in Dallas, they'll spin on y'all. First I wasn't tripping. When he went to talk about they'll spin, like, whoa, I said, hold up, you got the right one now. What's up? What you talking about? So he went to talking, he from New Orleans. So happened, shout out to my people at Uncut. So they wound up getting us together because they knew who he was. So we talked. And I'm like, bro, this is my channel right here. That's not mine. I don't operate that. Wow. So me and him wound up working it out. And then right after we worked it out, he said, I said, I'm gonna be down in the city next week, whatever. He was like, I got a car service. You want me to come pick you up? No. We just talking about spending on me. Now you think I'm about to slow down now.
Yeah. I'm gonna invite you to my house.
Yeah, but we wound up working it out. So people got to be careful.
Yeah, the fact that it's a fake page that started is
And then she really thought that was me. And she told her brother. So he came at me, but he ain't come. Actually, he come at me rough. Like I got people in there, they gonna spin. I'm like, I got people too. Come on, they love me. I love me too. But yeah, we worked it out, bro. It was pretty cool. So I only got one Facebook. It's Terrence Emmanuel Williams, my whole government name. I don't work no other pages. I only got one Facebook, one Instagram, one YouTube channel, and that's it.
All right, boy, you heard it here, man. A dope, crazy story, but we got him in the building. Terrence Gangsta Williams, Terrence Emmanuel Williams. This is Prison Stories 101. Hey, we salute you. Let's go.